hi, hello, and howdy. It's me, Mushy, and you're you. Hello, you. And we're here at Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting for a WiP'n'Chit with Ghost Face Stitch. Yay! Happy hands. Okay, I'm going to show you some of the tools that we're going to be using today. I am going to be using MYOWA, Make Your Own Wall Art, or as I like to call it, Meowa. Purple Alien Putty. That's going to be our adhesive in the pin. Some murder tweezers, courtesy of Raven Diamond Art. I'm going to be using, if needed, to help with static or breaking up drills, this drill grinder from Zodiac Shadows. And I've got some glow-in-the-dark beads I bought off of Temu, but we're probably not going to get that far today. We're going to use it in his face, but just handy to have. I'm going to be using a Firefly Ember tray. We have a lot of 310s in here, so what I thought was a really great idea was to put black drills in a black tray, but it has a storage compartment, so we won't have to keep pouring and pouring and pouring. We can just dump them. If I can get the lid back on, we can just dump them in here and then have them handy, know that they're there. I just need to be smarter than the lid. There we go. And so we're going to store and use this for our 310s. I have these allegedly static relieving sheets of some kind from Temu. We might need these. I know when I kitted up, I noticed there was some static, and if that persists, we'll use that. I got this little ghost cover minder right here that we got in Raven Diamond Art Sneaky Peek goodie bag. Just a generic boat of life with a pour spout and a stopper to use for all the other colors. I'm going to be using this pen that I got off Temu, and I'm going to stuff this in with some alien putty so that we can diamond paint for an eternity without having to change anything. Yay. Scissors, because if you've seen alien putties how-tos, scissors are recommended for applying that. I've got a tape measure because I forgot to measure this. It's supposed to be a 30 by 30, but I have suspicions that it's not going to be that size drill field. And then the kit that we're going to be working out of, you can't really see it very well. Sorry, I have you too zoomed in, but it's an Elizabeth Ward knockoff that I got off of Temu. So those are our tools of the trade, you guys. So before we zoom in, nope, we don't want inches. I want centimeters. I want to measure the drill field of this canvas. Yep, there it is. 25 centimeters by, I'm going to guess 25 centimeters. Oh, 25 by 27 and a half. Well, good for you. Oh, no, I didn't do the drill field. I did the whole canvas. I thought that sounded strange for a square, you know. I'm like, that's not equal. Yeah, 25 by 25 centimeters is, did I booger this? Oh, we're starting already with the mistakes. The mushy mistakes. There we go. It says 30 by 30, but they count the edges. This is a diamond painting I got off Temu. So, yeah, kind of expected it. But anyway, let's zoom in and adjust and play with the light so that, you know, you guys can kind of, this light, you guys, I don't, whoa, I probably broke something right there. Sorry, something. Gosh. Oh, wouldn't be a video of mine if I didn't break something or stab myself with murder tweezers. And all I'm doing now is getting my kit open and ready. I will forewarn you, and I'll tell you the story of why, but there will probably likely be a oops, did I say that out loud? A metric poop ton, quite literally, of pauses and skips throughout this video. The dogs will be going crazy today. So, I threw murder tweezers at myself. Shoot. So I know, and I'm sorry, Mr. Meowa, for Make Your Own Wall Art. I am not following your directions exactly. If you want this to work for you, I recommend following his directions. He made it. But what I do, using my tweezers to pull a piece out of the middle of the turdlet there. I'm sorry, it kind of does look like, you know, alien poop squished in there. I can't unsee it, and I'm sorry. It's not derogatory. I love this stuff. This is the new diamond painting, you know, medium of life. So I do say that with the utmost love. I just can't help that. I mean, look, you guys, tell me that does not look like an alien pooped and then squished it. That looks like an alien turd. Okay. I hate that word. You know, there's some people that hate the word moist. Or panties for some reason. You know, sorry if I just triggered you. Warning. Trigger warning. Yeah, I can't stand the word turd. I don't know. But anyway, what I'm doing is taking that infinitesimal little piece that I pulled out of the center goodness of the turd, and I am stabbing it into submission in the tip of my pen with my murder tweezers. If I have a little escaping mass at the top, I will shave it off with the scissors. That's what the scissors are for. I don't know that we're gonna need it. We'll see. But yeah, I'm stuffing this in here really, really, really good. Like, just mostly overdoing it because of the OCD thing. I just have to like have everything uniform and stuff. But I'm doing a little extra. It's not all this serious even, you guys. So if some escapes off the side and starts fraying, we'll peel it off. But that's it. There you go. Now we can diamond paint for like days, if not longer, with that one little, you know, that one little chunk of alien putty poo. There we go. I mean, it sounds derogatory, like I'm saying it's crap. It's not crap, I promise. Trust me, I'm going to tell you the story, but trust me, I know what crap is. And this is not crap. This is good stuff. It just looks like a turd. Yeah. Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, let's just, you may notice that I already have some done here. The reason for that is not that I am a jerk who started without you. Sort of. I did a ruler video and wanted to show how the rulers work, so there are already some drills down. I am sorry. Yeah, deal with it. Okay. The first number I see here is 5. So we're just going to go ahead and go with some 5s to start. So, hi everybody. You son of a biscuit eater. God dang it. Well, yep, here we go. How is that about sums up how my couple days have been going. How is everybody else doing? Are we braving the cold, wet ice? I don't care where you are. I know what's happening. Even I've heard California is even getting a little nipply out there. As my dad likes to say, a TIT bit, NIPPLEY. If you catch my drift, or colder than witches. So yeah, I hear even, oh, I miss some, even California is not escaping this schmutz. I know we've been getting rain, ice, snow, freezing fog. Has anyone heard of frozen fog or freezing fog? Never heard of it in my life until recently. Yeah, got some of that. And then, oh, I'm sorry, I'm shaking the table. And then now we have a break. And the temperatures are going to be in the 40s and 50s, which is a big difference from the tens and teens and single digits that we've been experiencing, and the sub-freezing wind chills. But now it's like, hey, can we change our mind? Us weather changes our mind, and we're going to go throw you for a loop and put you in the 40s and 50s for a week. But the price for that is a bunch of rain. And then guess what? I believe the rumor is that it's supposed to get cold again, so it's going to dump a bunch of rain on us and then refreeze all that rain and turn us into Antarctica. Cool. Love that. Anybody want to place bets on if Mushy's going to slip, fall, and break a bone? It is highly likely. I know what side I would bet on if I were you. Not that I condone gambling. That is a personal choice. Do what you will. No, I'm a total fan of the casinos, you guys. Get me on those video slot machines. Oh, gosh. I'm like Pinocchio when he goes to that Wonderland or whatever and gets like all brain fuzzy and confused and doesn't want to leave. And yeah, that's what happens to me when I go to a casino. So yeah, story time. As I said in the beginning of the video, we are having the crappiest of couple days, and that is literal poo. Being so cold and living out in the country, we are on a septic system. I think that most of you probably know where this is going already. Or you think you do anyway. Yeah, so being humans, we have biological functions and needs. Yeah, okay. And I noticed, was it yesterday morning, I noticed when we woke up. We've been running the water, by the way. Okay, stop. We've been running a slow drip to keep our pipes from, in an attempt, let me rephrase that, an attempt to keep our pipes from freezing. We have been running a slow drip. Great. Good job, Mushy and family. That is what you're supposed to do. Yay. Well, that would be great, except for it has caused a water shortage. Not us specifically, but our area and whatnot has, the water companies are like sending out notices and public, PSAs like, please stop running your water, you jack behindies, because we're running out and there's a shortage. And so that's leading to a lot of people's pipes bursting and whatnot in the area. And so I woke up yesterday morning, and what is the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? Like the very first thing, your eyes open, you sit up, and then yeah, me too. Had to use the urination station, guys. And I was like, this seems kind of weak. Probably just cold. When it starts warming up, it'll, flow will resume. It'll be fine. I'm sure it's fine. Hey, Sundown. The toilet was a little weak when I used the urination station. Heads up. It's fine. It's just cold. Okay. Sorry, I broke my clip that was clipping my painting to my light board, and so if it moves around a bunch, it's annoying me too, and I'm sorry. Anyway, so then I'm like, okay, let's get the day going. I have things around the house to do. First up was laundry. So I start a load of laundry, just an average load, not too full, not too big, too small, just right. Just a load. God dang it. I really want my effing lightboard clips. And I'm very upset that I broke it. And I keep trying to stick my arm onto the sticky part of my diamond painting here. So out of an abundance of caution, we're just going to put a cover sheet here because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to stick my arm here. I've done it twice already. I don't know if you've noticed, but I noticed. And actually then I can use it to kind of hold my painting in place. Yay! Anyway, started a load of laundry. Everything seemed to be all right. And then all of a sudden, my daughter was like, hey, I have clothes in the dryer. Guess I'll go get them out so you can dry your stuff. And I'm like, cool, thanks. She walks back to the laundry room and shock, horror, scream, shout, oh no, emergency danger. apparently something was wrong with the pipes under the house to where the water from the laundry was overflowing, backing up somehow into the house and flooded our laundry room and part of my filming room that's like attached to my laundry room. Cool. So we had to deal with that, and we thought, oh, well, you know, just the laundry room's out pipe or whatever is probably, well, actually, you know, what we thought first was that the hose that releases the water down the tubes and out to wherever water from the washing machine goes away, that had come out of the outport thing and was like flailing wildly in the laundry room with water spraying everywhere or something, because that had happened before. The water outlet tube from the washing machine into the wall to the great outdoors or whatever was too short initially when we first got the washing machine, and so that happened once, and so we thought it happened again, like, well, we bought a longer tube but maybe it wasn't long enough or something, and okay, crisis handled. We are handling it. We sopped it all up and cleaned everything up and, you know, went about our day. But in the back of my head, I was kind of like, something nefarious is afoot here. But I'm not a plumber or anything like that. So I don't know. And I've been a predominantly city dweller. So life in the country also, you know, experiencing some new stuff. Not an expert on country life just yet. Uh-oh, dogs. I think we've avoided the dog catastrophe, but probably not. I'm probably just delusional. So I may have to pause again. So where was I? Yeah, the washing machine. But like something was tickling the back of my brain. Like, I don't feel like something's right here. I think it was just a bunch of me perceiving some things going on around me. Like, I know that I had heard while the laundry was going and I was in the living room, which is like open concept attached to the kitchen, I had heard like burping coming from the sink drain, and I'm like, don't usually hear that. That's odd. In conjunction with the weak flushing and the water palooza park that became of our laundry room. And so, you know, I had these things tinking around in the back of my empty noodle, right? And bonking together, trying to figure out how to fit. And then, you know, Sundown, dogs. Sundown was like, everything's fine. I'm sure it's just the cold and things will warm up. And then you know, if there's a little bit of frozen somewhere, it'll thaw. And then, you know, all will be right with the world. And I'm like, okay. And we went about our day. Sundown and Al left to go to town for a couple hours, and I was here with the bark machines, and we kept hearing like the, you know, burping-ish sounds from various places, like sinks and stuff. And I was like, So fast forward a little while, and diabetic, so the meds I take and stuff cause me to be very thirsty a lot. And not that I have to explain myself or my biology to you, but, you know, in case, you know, you're nosy, or just, you know, curious. My meds make me drink a lot, make me thirsty a lot. And what happens when you drink a lot and you're thirsty a lot? Oh, and blood pressure meds too are a diuretic, so sort of flushes out like your system and makes you have to, say it with me, folks, urination station quite a bit, right? So fast forward a couple hours, and, you know, Mushy's been avoiding the turlet for various reasons. all these things bonking around in the back of my head. I'm home alone with the bark machines that can't be left alone too long, otherwise they become destructive. And, you know, so I was avoiding it, but I couldn't wait anymore. Couldn't wait for them to get home. I needed to urinate. So I went to my bathroom to do so. And when I flushed, the toilet pulled an exorcist move on me and began, instead of sucking my urine down and away as intended, it began to spew like a geyser from the commode. Yes. And rapidly started, okay, I need to cut off this excess alien putty. Anyway, so then, yeah, spewing like a geyser, my own urine water back at me. That was special, a special moment in my life. It was super fun. 10 out of 10. Do not recommend. But, and here I am. Like, I'm around the house, so I'm in my socks, right? Yeah. And I panic. I'm like, oh, I have never seen anything happen like that in my entire life. I do not know what to do. I am home alone. I have little bark machines that are being little jerks, and I'm like, just my brain is a million directions, right? And while this is happening, while I'm like processing just the geyser that's flowing and aiming for my freaking face and body, and trying to like get over that initial like 10 seconds of shock of what, like, processing what's going on, I'm hearing gurgles, churgles, burps, moans and groans from the bathroom sinks, the bathtub, the shower. Like the shower door started rattling and stuff, and then I'm hearing it all the way out from like the kitchen and the laundry. I'm hearing like every pipe and water source and like everything in the house just yeah, something like that. And I'm like, F. I mean, I shouted F at the top of my lungs, F. And then I ran into my bedroom and flooped off my wet socks, and of course the water chased me because it's flowing rapidly out of the commode, following me out of the bathroom into our relatively newly carpeted master bedroom. And so squish, squish, slosh, slosh, I make it to dry land and peel off my pee-pee socks and throw on my snow / water / I live in the country, outside work boot type situations, waterproof, throw those on and dive back into the ocean that has become of my bathroom. And at the same time also calling Sundown and in full freak out mode, like, what do I do? Help, help, help. I'm covered in pee water and it's, you know, vomiting at me, and it's a geyser. I don't know what to do. I'm standing in like an inch of toilet water, and you know, who knows what else. And I'm like, I have him on speaker, you know, I'm just losing it, and not letting him get a word in edgewise, and standing in an inch of water and desperately trying to, you know, do anything I can. Like, okay, well, maybe my urination somehow like frozen I don't know what my brain was thinking, but I grabbed a plunger thinking, well, you know, if it's ice or something, maybe like I can plunge through the, you know, push it through, force it through, adjust the frozen urine block or whatever else could be in the pipes, you know, flush it through. I think this is a trash drill. It won't fit in. So, I forgot to grab a trash drill situation. Boop. That looks good. Okay. So, I try, while I'm frantically swimming, around the bathroom and trying to explain to him what's going on, I'm also simultaneously trying to plunge, thinking, let's just push whatever is doing this. Let's at least push it down the line somewhere else, like, and get the geyser to stop. And it was like trying to plunge a concrete wall. Like, there was no give. We're getting real personal here. Hi, guys. TMI, 100%. But you guys, I'm sure every one of you has had to plunge a toilet for some reason. Please don't leave comments about the reason. I really don't. That part I don't want to know at all. Hey, stop. I just got attacked by a freaking fly or something. Something buzzy. Anyway, stop aiming for my head, you freak. There's like literally nothing in my head that you could want to eat. It's empty. I promise. Unless you're a rock eating flying bug. Anyway, sorry. So I know that you all have plunged a situation, whether it's a sink, a toilet, a tub, a shower, whatever. You all have had a plunger in your hand and have done the plunging. So that when you go to plunge something, it like forces air, and there's some give. Like you push the plunger down and like it forces air, and then sucks, forces, you know what I mean? No, this was like I tried my hardest to push on that plunger stick, and it was met with 100% resistance. There was no give. And I'm like, oh no, never in my life have I ever experienced this either. And being a single mom and on my own and living, in some of the places I had to live when I was younger and stuff, yeah, I've experienced some plunging situations, and not one of them had ever been like this, that bad, where like literally no motion, no give. And I'm like, oh, this can't be good. So then Sundown just starts hollering through the phone. He's like, listening to me freak out. And so I dropped the plunger. And yes, folks, the geyser is still geysering at this point, okay? And he's like, Mushy, turn off the water. Turn the commode water off. Hello? And I was like, oh, that might be a good idea. So, you think that most of you probably thought that was your first idea. That was not Mushy's. Mushy's first idea was grab a weapon, a plunger. But no, so I and I'm like, well, where is that? And he's like, oh, it's that. It's a turn knob behind the toilet. And I'm like, you want me to stick? Literally, there's water like pooling, pouring, spewing, flying, shooting out of this commode, and you want me to get down in under the rain shower of excremental water and freaking stick my face down there and turn the water off? And he's like, absolutely, yes, I do. And I was like, well, can I wait till you get home? And he was like, no, you absolutely cannot. We are like 30 minutes or so before we will make it out, back out home. Yeah, I'm gonna need to cut off this alien putty. My bad. This is not the putty's fault. It's mine, because I did not follow the directions as stipulated with the product. I'm sorry. Anyway, so I was like, okay, sure, I'll turn off the water. And I just made some jingling noises. I didn't really turn it off. I'm sorry, folks. I jiggled the commode handle a little bit, and that seemed to get the water to stop. So I was good with that. Okay, I was like, that's enough for me. I'm good with this. The geyser stops. The overflowing and pooling of water stops. Here I am in like 1.5 to 2 inches of water now. It is rapidly flowing to my bedroom carpet. And I'm like, what do I do? So I'm like, you know, freaking out. I drop my weapon, the plunger, because that is ineffectual and not fighting off any beast that is coming at me. And I swim around the bathroom trying to pick up, like, we have our bath mats and a little trash can and our toilet paper stand holder thing that sits by the toilet. And you know, our one of our bath mats is a heavy, like, big wooden, like, it's a big, heavy, chunky wooden slatted bath mat. I don't know if you've seen them. Yeah, and I'm just, our scale, my Fitbit, I got a Fitbit Aria scale, and that thing was not cheap. And so I'm like, no, it's drowning. Save the scale. This drill is stuck in this tray, so this must be another trash drill, because you can't even pick it up. You can't even move it. There we go. Let's just get rid of that one. And I'm chunking all this stuff into the bathtub. Thankfully, the water had not backed up to the point where it was filling up the sinks in the bathtub too, so that was still dry and safe. So I'm like, you know, trying to save stuff, right? And he's like, the carpet's mush. That's the most expensive thing. Save the bedroom. And I'm like, how? He's like, get the towels and throw them down and start soaking it up. And I'm like, you don't understand. I'm swimming. I'm like, this is inches of water. What is a towel gonna do? And he's like, throw them all down if you have to. So then I start grabbing towels and just tossing them, you know, at the doorway that connects the bathroom and the bedroom and where the carpet starts. And I'm like, you know, please, carpet. And yeah. Then I was like, what else can I do? And he's like, literally nothing. And I'm like, but, and he's like, yeah, no, there's nothing you can do. You've saved, you know, the stuff around the bathroom as best you could. You've turned off the water. You know, you threw some towels down. Now all you can do is wait for me. And I'm like, oh no, because I'm not a patient person. And especially in a crisis, I feel like super compelled to be taking some kind of action, right? I mean, do something. Don't just stand there or sit. He's like, there's literally nothing you can do. You've done everything you can until I get home. And I'm like, okay, well, so what else is a diamond painter to do when you're told that, when you know that there's a crisis in your house is like gonna flood and freaking sink to the bottom of the ocean or something. You've got sewage water all creeping through your house. But you're told that you can't do anything else and that you need to calm down and wait until the rescue squad arrives. What else is a diamond painter to do? So I went in the living room and I sat my butt down and I diamond painted until they got home. Well, I mean, really, what else was I gonna do? Should I have just, like, taken a few laps around the bathroom? I don't know. So, you know, we're having like a country home crisis, freezing pipe, water explosion, sewage situation. There's stuff like happening in the kitchen sinks and the laundry room and now the bathroom. And Mushy goes and diamond paints. Yeah, I diamond painted my cares away until we got home. And then they came home and I was like, what can I do to help? And he's like, nothing yet. Let me get a handle on the situation. I'm like, cool. So what did Mushy do? Mushy continued diamond painting. My diamond painting wasn't in any kind of trouble. So, yeah. And the couch was still not floating in any danger of floating anytime soon. So, yeah. I I diamond painted and left the rest to sundown. So, you know, all afternoon yesterday and all night. And then so far today, it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon and he is still working on the issue. Bless his heart. So basically, you know, he evaluated the situation internally and then came out and said, okay, I need to get under the house. And I was like, I'm sorry, excuse me, you said what? You need to call someone to do this? And he's like, no. I am the superstar here. I need to get under the house. And I'm like, okay, Mr. Four Back Surgery, MS, cold, you know, metal in your back, you know, will cryogenically freeze you and stuff. You want to go somehow contort your broken, incapacitated body into getting under the house and then navigating under the house and then laying on the cold frozen ground with your metal back. And okay, if you're determined to do this, you effing nut, then at least let me try to come with you. And he's like, nope. He wanted to handle it. So, you know, we live in a manufactured home. And so, you know, the walls are a little thinner, the floors are a little thinner. We could hear him under the house. So, like, if he was ever in any trouble, you know, I mean, I could hear him cough, sneeze, grunt, you know, so, like, we turned off all the sound, like TV and stuff like that, of course. I sat back down and continued diamond painting. My services aren't needed here. I'll just sit and listen while I diamond paint. I'll listen for cries of help. And he spent hours under the house trying to figure out what was going on, where it was going on at, and how to fix it. He did emerge a couple times and need to go into town to Lowe's and other hardware stores looking for stuff. So basically what he thought, he's like, you know, hey, I found it. I found the problem. Apparently when I bought the house and the house was laid down, the sewage pipes coming from the back of the house were connected but not glued. Maybe this will mean something to some of you. It means nothing to me. Okay, great. Pipes are, you know, kissing but not, you know, permanently. I don't know what it means exactly. I mean, I can guess generally, but like I don't know the mechanics, the engineering, whatever of it. But I got the basic gist, which was, you know, listen, the sewage pipe, drainage pipes coming out of our bathroom and, you know, passing through to the laundry room and stuff, they were connected, but not like glued or insulated. And after a couple years of elements and use as in that condition, they just sort of got mucky from, you know, like TP and biological waste and whatever was oozing out of some elbow joint, and basically kind of like, I don't know, broke the pipes apart because they weren't glued together or anything, and kind of just, and then the freezing temperatures, of course, caused all of water and biological matter and stuff to freeze and expand and whatever, however sciencey, insert science here. And then just all of the perfect storm of terrible things like that came together to result in an elbow joint in the sewage pipe being dysfunctional. So he's like, found it. I know how to fix it. I went to the store and I got things to fix it. But now I've lost all my daylight and I'm hurting and I'm frozen and it's getting too dark, it's getting too cold, and it's getting frankly, words, quite dangerous for me in my condition, even to be under there in the first place, but in this cold. So I band-aided it. We can urinate when necessary. Number 1 is in the back of the house. Please, no toilet paper. Put that in a trash can. I'll burn it in the morning. We burn our trash out here, by the way. Number 2s can be done in the front of the house, like in the bathroom, of course, in the front of the house. There's 2 bathrooms. The bathroom in the front of the house was not affected by this situation. The bathroom in the back of the house was the one that was affected. So he's like, okay, the law. He's like, I'm laying the law down, ladies. This is the law. Number 1 and number 2 can be done in the front of the house if necessary. Number 1 can be done in the back of the house and can be flushed down. However, do me a solid, no TP, please. And I was like, well, I don't understand, like, oh, I understand that you just a temporary fix and stuff, but like, why are we being given this like specific advice? Like something isn't, so I start asking questions. I'm like, but it's not fixed. Nope. It's just band-aided. Yep. And we can use the back bathroom for number 1, but no TP. Yep. Is that because it's flowing onto the ground? Did you just disconnect the pipe so that like, and yep. And I was like, okay. And so it's still, it's a temporary fix. So that means you're going to have to work on it some more tomorrow once it daylight and starts warming up a little bit with the sun. Yep. And does that mean that whatever number 1s happen to occur in the back of the house, you will be rolling around in the morning? And he's like, yep. I'm like, so why, he's like, well, that's why I said, prefer the front bathroom for everything. But, if it's like 2 a.m. and you got to get up and, number 1, then I'm not going to make you walk through the house in the dark and wake everybody up. And okay. He's like, yeah, we're taking this relationship to a whole new level that we have never explored before. I'm literally going to be rolling around in your 1 and 2 tomorrow. And I'm like, well, yours too. I didn't want to be the only one. I was like, well, yours too. And kids. And he's like, yeah, and probably everybody who's ever, lived here and used the bathroom. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So, yeah, that was how we spent that evening. I was like, can I don't know about this stuff. I was like, can we shower? Nope. I'm like, oh, okay. So, spoiler, right now, I'm living on what we call, oh, shoot. How can I say this delicately? Well, when you just have to use like washcloths and soap and dry shampoo and wet wipes and such to cleanse yourself enough to be passable in limited settings, we call that a specific derogatory term bath. It starts with a WH and ends with a promiscuous woman bath. I guess it doesn't have to be a woman. A promiscuous person bath is what we're surviving on right now. And I guess I'm dumb because I was like, he went to give me a kiss before bed last night, and I'm like, It was like, why? Why can't we give each other a kiss goodnight every night before bed? And I haven't brushed my teeth. Why not?
Because the water, I don't want to brush my teeth. I don't want to risk brushing my teeth with sewage water. And he's like, that is not how it works. It is fine. You can brush your teeth. And I was like, are you serious? I just went all day without brushing my teeth after meals and stuff. And you're just now telling me I can brush my MF and teeth? Oh. So yeah, Mushy maybe, graduated law school and has some amount of like book intelligence, but apparently like I'm not real smart. Cause I don't know what I thought. I was afraid to turn on the faucet, especially in the back bedroom. I thought I don't know what I thought. I thought I would get scary water and I didn't want to risk it. So like all night I was like surviving on soda because I was afraid to use the fridge water or ice cubes or anything water related I was afraid of. And I had no reason to be, I guess. I don't know. I just have to take his word for it because I don't know any better. So, yeah, so fast forward to today. We sleep, we wake up. Here we are. He has been working on this problem all morning. So he went out to the Band-Aid part that he was so sure was the problem, and he fixed it. Came in the house, test flush, test flush, test flush. And he's like, Mushy, I need your ears. You hear these subtle differences a lot better than me. Is everything okay? In the flushing department. And I was like, it still sounds really weak. I don't hear any popping, gurgling, or churgling anywhere else in the house, but it doesn't sound right still. He was like, sounds fine to me. And I'm like, oh, doggies. Sorry, doggies. Anyway, so, he went out to the Band-Aid, fixed the problem, came in, flushed. I'm listening, and I'm like, it doesn't sound right. Oh, it sounds fine to me. I think I did it. Oh, yay. Okay, let's play a video game. And I'm like, no. You may not hear it, but I'm hearing a subtle difference. I have misophonia, so like I have superpower, like alien freakazoid. I came from Krypton or Krypton, whatever. I have Superman's hearing. And I could tell that there was a subtle difference. And I'm like, this is not fixed. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. I'm serious. And he's like, no, I think it is. We did a couple more tests, and then all of a sudden, what do we hear? Burping, churgling, shuddering. That from like every drain in the house. And I was like, I told you so. And he was like, shoot. So he went back under the house to investigate and found the real problem this time. Apparently, real problem. I'm going to call it problem number 2. Pardon the pun. But I think it was also a problem. But he's under there and we're listening to make sure he's safe and okay. And all of a sudden we hear coughing, gagging, and I'm like, oh my god. I go running outside. Are you okay? Oh, where are you? And he's like, I think so. I think I'm okay. I found the problem. And I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah, definitely found the problem. It found me. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, did it get in your, because he had been coughing and like gagging and stuff. I'm like, did it get in your face and your mouth? And he's like, no, but it got on my hoodie. And I'm like, that's close enough. Oh gosh. Apparently there was a frozen busted pipe midway through the house where the front that was pretty okay, unaffected by all this drama, this 1 and 2 drama, where that half of the house met the back half of the house that was having all the problems, where that joint, like T in the road, I guess, or whatever. Sorry, doggies. So where that junction was, where the front and the back of the house, married together to head out to the septic tank, had broken, burst, spewed all over him. He was covered in like sorry, guys. Thankfully, he was wearing layers. I would not let him in the house. He had to like strip down in the freezing temperatures outside. I felt so bad, but I'm like, you're not coming in here like that. He had excrement and excrement adjacent all over his body, head to toe, covered. He looked like a used toilet paper monster. Please make that a diamond painting, Ravens, if you're listening, watching to this video. There's gotta be a diamond painting of like some kind of sewage monster. Can you please make that and call it RG Sundown? Sundown's Revenge. Seriously though, yeah, he was like the Dookie monster. I was like, no. I'm like, you stay, I don't care. We're out in the country. Nobody can see you. You can change out there or in the shed. It's a little warmer in the shed. But, you know, just be quick. You know, if you want to stay warm, be quick. But no, he the problem found him, or he found the problem. Either way, he did a little swimming of his own. Admittedly, his swimming was worse than my swimming experience. So mine was just urination station water. His was a little dirtier than that. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It's not funny. But it is. Oh. So now he's on a mission to go find that new piping from the store in fresh clothing, I promise. I did not send him out into the world covered in dookie and toilet paper. But, yeah, that's why the dogs are going nuts, because he's to and from, you know, getting the pipes and coming home and checking, forgetting something and running back into town. And so every time the dogs hear the gravel on the main road or the driveway, they go, you know, bonkers. But yeah, that is why, and you might have heard it in one of my other recent videos, whether you see that one or this one first, who the heck knows? I don't even know anymore. But, you know, you might hear me talk about having a crappy day. Literally crappy day. More so Sundown having that crappy day than me, but yeah, so as of right of this moment of recording, does Mushy have facilities to use in the event that facilities are needed? Kinda. Yeah, kind of. I mean, worst case scenario, mother-in-law lives across the street. But that would be like an all-day adventure. For a quick little 30-second emptying of the urine tank, that would cost me the rest of the day, because you go into that woman's freaking cave of mysteries, you never come out. You know how older people can be, you know, they get you in their grasp and they don't let go. They don't let go. So that's like a last resort. I almost would rather, you know, pull up a colonial outhouse, you know what I'm saying, like a tree or a bush, than do that. But in all seriousness, no, we're okay. Worst case scenario, we do have family across the street, and we can use their facilities if ours become completely unusable or whatever. But the problem is currently being worked on, not fixed yet. Hopefully soon, because your girl is starting to stank a little. Like, there's only so much that a washcloth, soap, dry shampoo, and deodorant and body spray can do. At this point, I think I needed, like, if I wasn't allergic to bleach, I'd probably take a bath in bleach. You guys, oh boy, the weather and country life can be rough sometimes. I'm finding, you know, a little inconvenient. I was even like pondering the idea of finding like a cheap like roach motel type of situation, a rent by the hour wink wink hotel just to use the shower. I was like, please. And that will be revisited. That issue will be revisited by end of day if the issue is not wholeheartedly, confidently resolved, as will the topic of starting to make some phone calls to people with, I don't know, the title plumber in their resume. I'm gonna give him his fair shot. I have faith in him. He's a very capable man, very smart, very handy, very fixy, very dewy. But you know, at a certain point, you reach a certain point where you're like, I need facilities. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, facilities are required. And I'm reaching that point. I'm reaching it. So, there's my story. There was story time, you guys. What a crappy story. Ha 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 ha. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. Oh, please forgive me, my friends. Please tell me, like, has anything like this ever happened to you guys where you're just having a literally crappy day? Couple days? But hey, you know, on the plus side, I'm getting a bunch of diamond painting done because like I can't do laundry, I can't do dishes, I can't shower, so I'm definitely not going anywhere. You couldn't pay me to go out in public. You know, can't really do anything else, and he won't let me help under the house, so bonus, I guess. I get to diamond paint a lot. I get to make videos and tell you guys things you never wanted to know. Oh, I didn't mean to throw these in this tray. What was I doing? I was distracted. That's what. Oh, Mushy. You were doing so good up until this point. I'm just gonna dump it in this boat where I initially meant for these drills to go. Cause see, this tray isn't one with a pour spout. It's, you know, a little kind of almost like a little storage tray. So there's no pour outy spouty, and so I couldn't easily pour it back in the container. But anyway, you guys, yeah, I'm not gonna. I have grossed you out enough, and I guess that's gonna be the end of Storytime Whip and Chat with Mushy. I really sincerely hope your day is going better than ours. I hope that your day is not finding you covered in ones and twos and related substances. I hope you're nice, warm, and cozy in your house, and I hope you were, you know, able to shower. I miss showers. And I hope you're able to freely use whatever commode you'd like to in whatever manner you need to use it in. I remember those days. Those were good days. Yeah, seriously, thanks so much, you guys. Here, let me zoom you out because I want to wave goodbye to you properly. And you can see what little we got done. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you got a laugh out of my misery. I mean, my misfortune. I mean, my story. And yeah, here was your whip and chat for the week. I've been kind of lackadaisical, but I've also been kind of using kit ups and stuff as whip and chat. So, I mean, it balances out, right? Yeah. Okay. I get a pass? Cool. And yeah, with that, that's all I got. Now I have to clean up, which is my job, not yours. I'm not going to make you stick around for that. If you like this kind of video, give me a thumbs up and let me know. It helps me determine like what kind of content you want to see and what I need to not waste my time on versus what I need to spend and invest my time on making for you guys. Yeah, leave me in the comments below. Are you having a good day? Or I hope so. And are you staying warm? And I guess with that, it's time to clean up. Till next time, naughty night.